bright future. Every student matters.
Now we are going to start with the discussion of the question answers based on this particular unit. Under this very short question answers we are going to take here. The first one they have asked, question number 13. What is meant by Sanskritisation? So we need to define the meaning of Sanskritisation here. We can define it. It is the process of accumulation and it is a process of accumulation and of vertical change occurring within the society based on the caste system, when lower caste people are trying to imitate the ideas from the high class people. Next, who coined the term Sanskritisation? So you need to give the name of that person, that is M.N. Srinivas. What is the question number 15 they have asked, what is Brahmanization? So we can define the Brahmanization was the term coined before Sanskritisation by M.N. Srinivas, where the low caste people were trying to copy down the ideas only from Brahmin Hindu caste group, that is considered as the highest caste group in Hindu caste system. Question number 16, who popularized the word Westernization in Indian sociology? So the answer is the same, M.N. Srinivas. Next one they have asked that who wrote the book Social Change in Modern India? So this book was also written by M.N. Srinivas. What is meant by Westernization? So we need to define that Westernization means the change which was brought in the Indian society and culture, which was having the influence of Western countries. The another one they have asked, what is humanitarianism? What is humanitarianism? So we need to define that humanitarianism means the concern for the welfare of the people, irrespective of their caste, color, creed or religion. When we are talking about the overall development of the people, that will be considered as the humanitarianism. Next, what is meant by secularization? So we need to define this term here. We can define that secularization is the process through which the influence and importance of religion reduces or decreases in public affairs. Now under short question answers, question number 6 they have asked based on the part 2 of this unit 6, that is distinguish between Westernization and modernization. These two different terms are there. Here we know that this term was coined by M.N. Srinivas and this modernization was also, here we can say this modernization term was defined by Yogendra Singh. So this is the first difference we can show here, and after that we are going to mention the meaning of these two terms differently. Here we can say that according to M.N. Srinivas, Westernization refers to the change brought about in Indian society and the culture which was the result of colonial rule for over more than 150 years. Secondly, if we talk about, we can say that Westernization can be understood as a change brought in any kind of culture due to Western countries or due to the impact of Western countries here. Modernization, if we are going to define, we can take it as according to Yogendra Singh, that how he has defined this term. We can mention this modernization implies a rational view towards the different issues and their evaluation from a universal point of view. So we can define modernization as the new outlook towards the things in a new or the different ways, which is related to more, which can be considered as based on the more open-minded, or which can be considered more rational and practical as compared to the traditional approaches for the different issues. The another short question answers, they have asked that what are the factors responsible for the process of Westernization, means what are the things which led to emergence of Westernization in Indian society. So we have to mention those factors here. We can say that industrialization, urbanization, and somewhere modernization was also responsible for bringing that Westernization culture or having the impact of this Westernization on Indian society. Second, we can talk about growth of towns and cities. That also comes under urbanization, where you can define it separately also. Growth of towns and cities also led to this Westernization. Then the third one, we can say, the third can be mentioned here, introduction of Indian Army, police system or judiciary system also led to emergence of Westernization. So same way we have to mention the printing press also can be the important factor. So other than that, we can say printing press is also an important factor, or the advanced education system can be taken as the factor which led to Westernization in Indian society. Now the question number 11, they have asked, mention some of the factors that promoted secularization in India. So what were these factors which led to the promotion of secularization? So we can mention that the same factor like industrialization, development of transport and communication, urbanization led to secularization in Indian society. And other than that, we can mention the modern education also helped in creating the idea of secularization. Other than that, the freedom movement and the movement against the untouchability and the other social evils prevailing in our society. Somewhere these movement created the, or just tried to remove the gap between the different religious groups, where the more importance was given to uniform society instead of giving the preference to particular religious community. And after independence, if we talk about the adoption of secular state idea was also led to the promotion of secularization. Clear? Next, they have asked that mention the three aspects of life affected by secularization. So the three aspects of life which were affected by secularism, the first one we can mention the caste system. The direct impact was there on caste system, where the people started sharing the different culture and the values from each other, where the caste distinction was not that much dominant now. Secondly, we can say changes started taking place in the families, where the celebration of these different ceremonies was not followed with the same traditional values and the rituals. The changes were also visible in that. So you need to mention that point and need to explain it in detail. Other than that, you can mention the third, another aspect of life that was affected by secularization was among the weaker section, that now they were having the changed attitude. They were not ready to accept all the dominance of the higher caste group. They were ready to face the situation now. Now in essay type questions, the first one, question number 6, they have asked that explain the process of Sanskritisation. So here we have to explain this term in detail. Firstly, we have to mention this term was coined by M.N. Srinivas. Then we have to explain that how before coining this term or before using this term, M.N. Srinivas introduced or coined another term that was Brahmanization, where he talked about that how the society is changing, how the caste system is changing, and how these low caste group people, especially if we are talking about Hindu caste group, they are trying to copy down the ideas from the high caste group, mainly Brahmins. So that term was coined as the Brahmanization. But when he was doing that study or the research was going on, he realized that is not the actually condition. The thing was there, these low class people, these low caste group people, they were not only copying down these higher Brahmin class, they were also copying down the other two caste group people, that were the Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. So we need to mention that, and later on the term changed to Sanskritisation, and this term was basically just to show that how the social change was occurring in our society and how this factor was the endogenous factor which was occurred within the society in bringing the changes in Indian society. The next one they have asked, discuss the impact of Westernization in India. So firstly we have to define the meaning of this term. What is Westernization? How the change in the outlook is going to refer to as the Westernization. How the influence through the Western countries going to bring the change which led to Westernization in our country. And the different impact, if we talk about the main two impacts are visible. The emergence of middle class was the first one. You need to explain that point. And second one was the emergence of nationalism and democracy. So both the point, the heading will be given and the explanation will be done. Question number 8, they are asking, what is secularization? Discuss the impact of secularization. So in context of India, we have to give the answer. Firstly, we'll explain the meaning of this secularization. We can define that secularization is the process through which the influence and importance of religion declines in public affairs. Now the second part of this question, we can see we have to mention about the impact of this secularization. So we can see, we can say that impact is visible in different areas. Firstly, we can mention in caste system where the ideas of purity and pollution have changed. We need to explain it. And then second point, we can say in the family also the importance of religion has decreased. How the people are changing their rituals, how they are celebrating the different ceremonies in some other new or the modern ways. How they have adopted the flexibility in these ceremonies within the families. And the third impact of this secularization, we can mention that in the village or in the rural community, among the weaker section, the people, the traditional practice of surrendering before the fate or in front of or surrendering before the high class people is not remained the same. The weaker section people are also adopting the attitude of defiance. They are ready to face the situation instead of following the traditional way. And this last point also means these three impact you have to mention and you need to explain it in detail as we are talking about. These are the essay type questions, so answers must be given in details. Next, under high order thinking skills questions or problem solving assessment, we are taking the question number 2, Nagas are highly westernized. Discuss. So we have to discuss that how we can say that Nagas people are highly westernized. So we have to show that how the impact of Western culture is visible in the different spheres of life in Nagaland. We can mention that under the influence of Western culture, Naga has also become the fashion to adopt Western culture. They are also, the people in Nagaland are also adopting those changes which are very well visible in their lifestyle. Wearing costly dresses, you can mention. We can say wearing costly dresses. Another one, singing pop songs. Taking part in beauty pageants. Violation of civic rules and disobedience in terms of civil liberty. All these are the changes which are very well visible in Naga society also. And in this age of modernization, if we talk about, everything has become modern with stylish haircut as well as outlook, the dresses they are preferring and even their attitude. We like to talk in English, means if we talk about there, the people are more comfortable in speaking English whenever they are doing the conversation other than the regional language, they are more preferring English language. Their mentality also, we can say, have changed, which brings out the evil things out. Sometimes it happened when we are trying to adopt the things from the Western culture with good things, somewhere we are adopting the bad things also. So that is also has been included in the Naga society. So all these factors you can mention that how these are the indication that Nagas are also highly westernized now. So this was the discussion of the question answers based on this. Thank you.